Hello, my narc-free family. So today I'm going to do a quick video about a question that I think a lot of you all have, and I know I had it. How did I end up here? How did I end up in the aftermath of a narcissistic relationship, a toxic relationship, and you know, how did I end up attracting narcissists? Okay, because after you've gone through this type of experience and you're healing from it, you start to think back and realize that you've been attracting narcissists. So I hope that this will clear it up, and also I'm going to give you some tips on how to heal and move on from it. You most likely ended up with a narcissist due to not being healed from trauma in your childhood. So basically unresolved trauma. Now here's the thing with that. A lot of us, myself included, have been through traumatic things in our life, but did not call it trauma. No one had ever taught us that this was trauma. All it was for us was our normal. Okay, some of you were raised in homes where you were molested as a child. Some of you were raped. Some of you were never validated by your parents. Some of you came up in households where someone in the home did drugs or was an alcoholic, and so you saw your parent or your step parent being abused, and for you that was your normal. And I am telling you now that that was trauma. And that same trauma, if you have not dealt with it and you have gone on from one relationship to the next relationship, not going back and dealing with all of that because you didn't know you needed to deal with it. You didn't know it was trauma. Now it's time to deal with it. So the way that you're going to deal with that is you're going to need some help. So you can go to therapy if you can afford it. You can get a therapist if your insurance allows it, or if you have insurance to do so. If you can't do that, there are coaches on YouTube. I'm going to leave links below for different people that are on YouTube channels here. If you don't have the means to pay for coaching, there's also YouTube. So all of the people who are on YouTube sharing their stories and sharing their information, they are reaching back and coming back to help you. Now, that's free. YouTube is free, so that is something that everybody can access. Now that you realize that the things that you went through are considered to be trauma. Your normal was traumatic, okay? My normal was traumatic, and now we need to go back and deal with that, okay? So we can heal from it and so we can move on. Okay, the next thing that I want y'all to do, that some of y'all may have a problem with, I don't, because it's just naturally who I am. So I hope that y'all don't either. But if you do, work it out, okay? You're going to need to forgive the people that hurt you, all right? Forgiving people does not help them, all right? Let me help you understand that for those of you that are having a problem with that. For me, forgiving someone who abused me does not help them in any way. It helps me. It helps for that weight not to be there weighing me down and burdening me down. The weight on you, it adjusts your energy so that you can soar, so that you can get to where you need to get to. Narcissists hate on people. Narcissists hold grudges. Narcissists don't forgive. You're not a narcissist, so you're going to have to find a way to work that out. You're going to have to find a way to let it go. Forgive those people, because that is part of your healing. And I want you to practice that. Forgive people early and forgive often so that you can be free. It's not for them. It does not excuse what they did. It does not mean they will not pay for what they did. They will absolutely pay for what they've done, okay? But it will lighten your load and it will free you. And that's where you're trying to get to, okay? The next thing that you need to do is create boundaries. So yes, over here I am telling you to forgive. I'm also not telling you to continue being abused. And so in order to not keep being abused, you need to create boundaries with friends, family, up and coming relationships. You need to create boundaries. Decide what your boundaries are, what things you will accept and what things you won't accept. So I am going to leave links below for people that need help setting boundaries, okay? And so you will have some good resources, people that I watch that I recommend, okay? Now, the next thing, and this is the fun part, okay, that you get to do. Now it is time to reinvent yourself, okay? You've figured out why this is happening to you, you're working on fixing it, and you're forgiving people, and now you get to reinvent yourself. And let me just briefly tell you what that could look like. So for me, my name is very long, and so I shortened it, all right, to it's still my name, but it's a very short version of my name, because that old me is dead. So now when people are talking to me, they call me by this shortened part of my name, because I'm a whole new person now. So I don't even want to go by my old name. That person is gone, okay? She does no longer exist anymore. Start doing things for yourself. Buy yourself flowers, maybe once every other week, but do some nice things for yourself, okay? And start taking up hobbies, or maybe it's something that you used to do a long time ago that you really loved that you stopped doing, and maybe you can start doing that again. Now, I hope that I have on my channel some people who skate. That is something I used to do as a kid, and when I was recovering from the abuse, I had a therapist, and she was seeing me, and when I no longer had insurance, she said that she would continue to see me, you know, at no cost, but I didn't want to keep taking up her time when she could have been making money. And so I needed to find some kind of outlet, and so I found that there were adult skate nights, and I started skating, and that became part of my therapy. I can listen to the music and get out of my head, and yeah, music became a big part of what helped me. I could put some earbuds in and listen to some music, and I hope that some of this will help you all. And in the process of me doing this roller skating, I realized that when I went to get my skates, at first I got a pair that they were okay. They weren't the pair that I was in love with, but they were okay. And they ended up being too tight, and I needed another pair. And when I got ready to get the other pair, I decided that I'm going to get the pair I want. The pair that I liked in the beginning, that I thought, you know, would be me spending too much on myself. And so for those of you who skate, y'all are going to know what these are, what the OGs are, okay? So I went ahead and I spent that money, and I bought the skates I really wanted, all right? And when I purchased those skates, a week or so later, I realized to myself, in my whole entire life, that is the most money that I had ever spent on myself. So what I'm saying to you is that sometimes we are so busy giving to other people, giving to our children, giving to our family, to our significant other. You know, we're thinking about furniture for our home and how to make a better life for everybody else, that we lose ourselves and forget who we are, and don't even realize that we're not really taking care of ourselves. So I said all that to say that love yourself, reinvent yourself, figure out what it is that you like. Try new things, because there's maybe things you like that you didn't know that you liked. So try new things, do new things, reinvent yourself. Down below in the comments, I would love it if you all would tell me what things you are planning to do for yourself that are just for you, where you are loving on yourself. I would love to hear your ideas. Other survivors of this type of abuse would love to hear the many different things and tools that you have used to help yourself to get through this. And also, I wanted to leave you with this. From here on out, not only forgive the person or people who have been abusive to you, forgive yourself for staying in relationships too long. That's important. Forgive yourself for accepting less than what you deserved, and make a decision that you will no longer allow anyone or anything to disturb your peace. Okay, I wish you all well. If this message has been valuable to you, please subscribe to the channel. I look forward to meeting up with you all again here at Narc Free. Thank you so much for your time, and bye-bye, my beautiful people. Mwah.